All right, objective 2. So now we're really going to talk about experiments and treatment groups and whatnot. So a treatment, as we've talked about, is a specific condition applied to the individuals in an experiment, right? So that's what makes a study an experiment versus an observational study. You apply treatments to the people. So your experimental units are the smallest collection of individuals which treatments are randomly assigned to. Typically, we use humans, so we're going to call them subjects. All right. So now the control group. This is a very, very, very important idea. A control group is a group in an experiment used to provide a baseline for comparing the effects of other treatments. This is a memorized response, right? Baseline for comparing the effects of other treatments. Now, if say you have two groups in your experiment, if you give them each something different, then that can cause confounding, right? Because say I give them the red pill and the blue pill. Well, if they have similar results, do I know if it was the red pill or the blue pill? I don't know. But say I give one group the blue pill and one group no pill. Then if I see differences, I can say whether it was the pill that maybe caused it or not, okay? And again, it's important to understand that the control can be given the active or inactive treatment. So the active treatment is giving them the pill that does something. The inactive treatment would be not giving them anything. And it just depends on what you want to call the control group. And again, this is the best way to avoid or prevent confounding, right? As I said, if you don't have a control group, it's hard to create that baseline. How do you know if your variables, or how do you distinguish between your explanatory variables? So be aware of that. Okay, so example 2, what devices get customers to conserve electricity? Many utility companies have introduced programs to encourage energy conservation among their customers. An electric company considers placing small digital displays in households to show current electricity use along with a projected monthly cost. Will the displays reduce electricity use? One cheaper approach is to give customers a chart and information about monitoring the electricity use from the outside meter. With this method, work almost as well. The company decides to conduct an experiment to compare these two approaches with a control group of customers who receive information about energy consumption but no help in monitoring the electricity use. Explain why it was necessary to include the control group. So again, you really have 3 groups. You have the digital display group, which is the lazy group, right? I don't have to do anything. I just have to look at the digital display to see what my number is. You have the chart group, which is sort of like the work group where you have to actually do something and chart it yourself. And then you have the no display, no chart group. You're just the people who are just going to keep doing your thing and pretend like you're not wasting too much energy, right? I swear every time I come home, there are lights on, faucets dripping. I don't know what to do. I can't control it all from here. All right, I swear. Anywho, that's my personal problem. So let's take a look here at this response. So the memorized answer to why you have a control group is going to come out. So we're going to say the purpose of the control group is to provide a baseline for comparing the effects of the other treatments. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to tell. We wouldn't be able to tell. We wouldn't be able to tell, if the displays or charts caused a reduction. Oh, what is that? This pen has a button on the side, and I swear I just wish I could remove it. It's not helpful. It's like a shortcut button. It's not helpful. It just gets the way. Displays or charts caused a reduction in electricity use. Right? So that whole idea of being mindful, is it going to actually make you think twice about turning on that light or, whatever you're doing with your electricity? Okay. There we go. So always have a control group in your experiments. All right, last objective coming.